We are growing raspberries in bags in a high tunnel. The purpose is to see if this system makes economic sense, whether growers can make money doing this, and also as an easy and quick way to evaluate different raspberry varieties. So currently we have about 14 different cultivars in this single tunnel, so it's an easy way to get some feel for productivity and fruit quality, fruiting season of different cultivars. The tunnel is 24 feet wide, and we have 4 rows of raspberries in it, so about 6-foot spacing. We feel that this is about as close a spacing as you'd want to try under our conditions. It just gets too thick and difficult to manage if you try to put more plants in. We're growing raspberries in bag pots. They're 3-gallon bags, and the media we're using is a 50-50 mix of bark and peat. It provides very good drainage, so we don't have any rot problems, but also retains some of the moisture. The irrigation is supplied through a trickle irrigation line. Even though the media provides a fair amount of water holding capacity, we still find that we need to irrigate during a hot summer day about 6 times per day, 15 minutes per irrigation. If raspberries in high tunnels are given adequate water and nutrients, they grow very vigorously, so they need to be trellised in some way. If they're not trellised, then they're unmanageable, but if they're trellised too tightly, bees can't get to the flowers to pollinate them. The flowers don't develop into well-shaped berries, and there's inadequate air movement through the canopy, so that there's more likelihood of fungal diseases if the canes are tied up too tightly. We've used a very simple trellising system, so we've installed conduit into the ground about every 6 to 8 feet down the row. And then we have a high tensile wire secured to those conduit pieces to keep them in place. As the raspberry canes grow early in the season, we sandwich them between twine. Later on, as the canes grew taller, we added additional lines to sandwich the canes together, keep them upright and keep them manageable. Containerized raspberries need to be protected during cold winters in Michigan, and we've tried 2 different methods to overwinter plants. First, we've stacked plants 2 to 3 high in an uncovered tunnel, and then covered the pile of plants with a thick 2-ounce per cubic yard row cover. Nearly all of the plants have survived winter in this method, but some grow less vigorously in the spring, suggesting that there may be some cold damage to roots. Another problem is that plants under a cover begin growing early due to the extra warmth on sunny days. This creates some problems since our irrigation system is not up and running until early April. The second approach was to stack the plants in an apple bin and store them in a cooler over winter. This is a more expensive technique, and some people may not have access to coolers, but an advantage is that plants can be removed when you are ready to put them in the tunnel. It might also be possible to stagger the plant removal dates so that you can affect and manage the harvest dates. Growing raspberries in pots has some commercial potential. The more productive varieties have yielded several pounds of high-quality fruit per plant, which approaches 20,000 pounds per acre depending on the plant spacing. The plants, however, require a large amount of hand labor to maintain, and there is quite a bit of work still to be done to optimize the system.
Thank you for watching this video on raspberry container culture. For more information on berry production in both high and low tunnels, visit the Tunnelberries website or follow Tunnelberries on Facebook and Twitter.